Hurricane Ida, man. First thing, we talked about it yesterday. Um, my heart goes out to anybody that's being affected by this. I've got friends, we've got fools in New Orleans that are affected. Um, but yesterday we talked a little bit about like the actual physical planning for disasters and emergencies, and like thinking about managing your money to deal with emergencies. What I wanted to focus on today, Taylor, I'm going to ask you to kind of kick us off here. Thinking about, and I want to be careful too, right? Because I don't want this to sound like it's like vulture companies, right? Companies taking advantage of others' misfortune. But just thinking about, investments that can either help people prepare financially, or to recover, but also have bigger secular trends that can make them great investments. Taylor, go ahead and kick us off here.
Well, Home Depot is the one that jumped into my mind.
Yeah.
There was an article in the Atlantic a few years ago called "The Really Big One." It was about an earthquake that took place on that one day will take place in the Pacific Northwest, and how it's going to just devastate our country. And that they know it's going to happen, they just don't know when it's going to happen. And it's the scariest article I've ever read in my life. And it just talks about all the flooding and the tsunami. It's actually the tsunami that's worse than the earthquake.
Right.
And I after I read that article, I was like, oh my God. And you can just imagine, I mean, it would destroy Microsoft, Seattle, Amazon. I mean, it would just be horrific. One of those horrific in a lifetime events. And I was like, okay, how do you rebuild a society, rebuild a world when things fall apart like that? And Home Depot
You just go to Home Depot. Yeah.
Home Depot is literally the most. So if you have any kind of bad event that happens like that, natural disaster, I think that's the absolute strongest stock to be in. And it's been a wonderful long-term stock for fools for decades. But Home Depot is just a powerful company, a powerful brand. And it's the great rebuilding stock. So I don't own it myself, but it's I respect it as just a wonderful company. And my family does own Lowe's, I guess, and Lowe's is very similar to Home Depot. Those are like Coke and Pepsi. So whoever you like more, I guess.